What's going on, guys? My name is Aaron and this channel is Dad.0. So 2 days ago, the Surface Laptop 4 arrived at my door and I quickly opened it up. I've been using it ever since. So I just wanted to give you guys my initial impressions and review of it, show you what you get in the box, and just tell you what I think of it. And I love when Microsoft comes out with new Surface products. I've had multiple Surface Pros, Surface laptops. I've tried out the new Surface Go. I've also reviewed the Surface Laptop Go. And for my money, if I'm buying a Windows laptop or tablet, it's going to be from the Surface lineup. So I'm going to try to cover everything, all the ins and outs of this new Surface Laptop 4 in this review. But at any point, if you're not interested in what I'm currently talking about, check out the chapters that I built into the timeline below to get to the stuff that you want to see. Now, first things first, let's unbox this guy. Now, I got the base model, which comes in at $999 US. It has a 13.5-inch screen. It comes with an AMD Ryzen 5 processor, 8 gigs RAM, 256 gigs of SSD storage. It comes in a color that they call platinum, which is basically just a silver color. And it comes in your typical Microsoft Surface box. Very minimalistic marketing on it. If you've ever opened up a Microsoft Surface product, this is going to be very similar. There's not much to them, just the Microsoft Surface Laptop 4 on top here. You pull this out. It's covered in a thin plastic wrap. Taking it out of the wrap, and my first impressions of this is that it feels remarkably similar to the previous generation, and that's not a bad thing at all. I love the design of the Microsoft Surface laptop, but we will get more into that in just a minute. Below that, you have your 65-watt Microsoft Surface charger that comes with all Microsoft Surface products. And then you just have your manuals. And that's really it. Like I said, it's very simple. There's not much to it. So let's get into more details about this laptop. Now, from the outside, a lot of people are going to look at this and say, what's different? It looks the exact same as the previous generation. And I don't blame you. There isn't much different when it comes to design. It has the same inputs and ports, the USB-C port, USB-A, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on one side, and then just the Surface Connect port on the other. No Thunderbolt on this laptop, which is going to really tick off some people. The display is still the 13.5-inch PixelSense display with a resolution of 2256 by 1504, and it comes in at 201 pixels per inch. Still has that 3:2 aspect ratio, which I personally just love. And it's a big reason why I love the Surface laptops and tablets, is because it has that 3:2 aspect ratio. It's not the best when you're watching videos because you have the black bars. They honestly don't bother me. But when you're basically doing anything else, I love having that extra vertical space. The keyboard and trackpad remain the same as well. This one comes with the Alcantara fabric on it, just like the previous generation. You can opt for an all metal design if you don't want the Alcantara, and I can kind of see both reasons why you would get it. The Alcantara does feel great to rest your wrists and your palms on while you're typing, but it's a fabric, so it can pick up stains or wear down over time, and leaving the keyboard unchanged is not a bad thing at all, because this is one of the best keyboards that you'll find on a laptop out there. It's one of my favorites to type on. In fact, it might be my favorite. It's right up there with my MacBook Air. Now, you can get the Alcantara fabric in two different colors, in the ice blue color or the platinum color, which is this color right here. The ice blue, I'm guessing, is the same color as the Surface Laptop Go, which is just a beautiful color, kind of a silvery grayish blue. In the all metal versions, you can get this in sandstone, again platinum, or a matte black. There are just a few subtle design changes here. You have an improved webcam up top here. It's still 720p. It still supports Windows Hello, but they've improved it to perform better in low light situations. And I'm not sure if this is a hardware or a software update. And they have also added studio microphones to this to just improve the overall web conferencing experience. With so many people now working remotely, having a clear webcam with clear audio is very important. So this is definitely a nice touch. So not huge changes to the design here, but internally is kind of where the big changes are. You now have an option between either the 11th gen Intel Core i5, the 11th gen Intel Core i7, or an AMD Ryzen 5 Zen 2 for the 13.5 inch. For the 15-inch, you can also get this in the AMD Ryzen 7. And with these new processors, you're going to get a lot better battery life. For this laptop with the AMD Ryzen 5, they quote up to 19 hours of battery life, which is a huge improvement over the last generation. And even with the Intel chips, they're quoting 16 to 17 hours of battery life. So it seems like Microsoft kind of developed an Apple mentality for this generation, where they kind of said, well, if the design ain't broke, don't fix it, because people still love this design. It's still thin, relatively light, has that 3:2 aspect ratio, a pretty good display that is touchscreen, and you can use the Surface Pen on it, a really good keyboard and trackpad. So they left that all unchanged. They kind of got with the times by improving the webcam and the microphone setup, because so many people are now web conferencing, and they just improved the internals. They upgraded the processors. They give you an option for which processor you want. You can now get 32 gigs of RAM if you want. You get better battery life, and those are kind of the main things people are looking for. Now, if you ask me, this is probably going to be the last year that they're going to be able to ride this same exact design, because while I do like this, I still think that they can get this thinner, lighter, and they could slim down the bezels a little bit. But overall, in my couple days of testing this out, the performance has been really great. I'm still working on the first initial charge from when I opened this up 2 days later, so battery life has been great. I can't quote exact hours, but I've been playing around with this for roughly 10 to 11 hours, and I still have 30% battery life. And that's even with downloading the massive amounts of updates you have to do when you first get this, which is always mind-boggling to me, that you can get a Microsoft Surface product the same week it comes out and you still have to perform 15 updates immediately after you get it set up. But that's just my old man get off my lawn moment, because everything has been running really smoothly. I've been really happy with it so far. No lags or stutters when I'm doing a lot of multitasking. Haven't really pushed it too hard yet. I have done some Photoshop. I've tried to do a little bit of editing on this while doing a little bit of multitasking. I've done just a quick gaming session, and that worked just fine. So overall, first impressions have been really great with the Surface Laptop 4, and I plan to put this through its paces over the coming months. So make sure you subscribe and come back for a little bit more in-depth review of this. But for now, if you're looking for a Windows alternative to something like the MacBook Air, this definitely seems like a worthy competitor. All right, everyone, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thanks for everyone that watched till the end. I really appreciate it. Make sure you press that like button. Again, subscribe, come back. I'm going to do that more in-depth review in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. I also have a lot more content coming out soon, so make sure you check that out. I really appreciate it, guys. As always, I'll catch you on the next video.